95%. How do you initiate on this? I guess directly into them.
Alright, bomb coming out from Greek and the Deadeye from Deflex. That'll get a total of 3 people. And it's 91%. Oh, that shatter hits Jackson Moon. That's gonna be pretty large. Yosemite having that sound barrier now. Gonna choose to use it just in time to save his Reinhardt's life. The point over to the side of MI6 for now as C's gets a kill, and if Kappatilism lose this fight, they very likely lose the entire point. 95%, 96, who's gonna touch? I don't know if anyone is. Matrix that essentially got nothing out of the side of Kappatilism. Seized and Wooly though just taking down the tanks easy as pie. And again, Fifi up here on this Diva, kind of creating the space her team needs to finish up these last few kills.
Do this amazing poke. There's not much they can do. MI6 just pretty much win this type of 1v1 in the scenario they're in, even if Cease is kind of gone.
Well, as you say that, Kappatilism the first with a kill, and Slick is at 95% on this pulse bomb, and just saw the immortality field get destroyed. So this is essentially free pulse bomb. Deciding not to even use it though, and frankly doesn't need to with that gravitic flux coming out from Greek. Kappatilism will take the point back, and Slick will keep that pulse bomb.
He's gonna be stuffed inside them.
Oh, Slick's pulse bomb gets eaten on a 180 coming in from Fifi, but that is enough to get the Flex and Greek to kind of just say, you know what, you don't have your defense matrix anymore because it's spent the 2 seconds turning around to stop the pulse bomb. We're just going to kill the rest of your team. And now you'll get overtime from Fifi. And Andrew will be here on the wrecking ball, but I don't know what else if your team can get back in time.
Yeah, I don't really know what they expect. It just seems they not only wasted out that time bank, but they were just more secure into those fights. So if they're maybe back on the Doomfist, but it's pretty much just a cleanup, as we're going to be seeing Kappatilism win this point, bringing us to the third map from one side to get over on another. I do think MI6 have the advantage, especially because there's no sound barrier to save them from this.
Alright, EMP, Death Blossom, and a jump in from the Winston. That is not much I really have to say about that fight, but I do want to point out last fight, Monarch
combination. Now it's Kappatilism's turn to try that out to see if they can get an advantage, but look how positioned they are, just trying to isolate themselves.
Alright, actually, that almost worked. Wooly was away from the team, kind of to avoid getting hit by the Death Blossom, by the EMP, but is then so far away from his team. When he does sound barrier, he literally only gets him and C's. Monarch will use theirs after Wooly going low, will be taken down, I believe booped off the map. And this point is still in favor of Kappatilism as of right now. I don't know how long it'll last like that, but this is an excellent stall. Coming out to basically just use Primal, which is already being used, and your Coalescence to stall this out.
Trying to play.
Bo still gets a 5-man, and importantly onto both supports. The only one not getting EMP'd is Andrew on that Winston. And Fifi gonna use that self-destruct to kind of clear up the point a little bit, give her team some space to try to get Wooly back in the fight, but it's too late. Andrew and Swifters both fall. Kappatilism are going to practically, we don't get 4, but Yosemite able to use his sound barrier in order to keep his team alive. Andrew's gone. Jackson, Primal, angry, says, get off my point, and with both Death Blossoms essentially doing nothing, I think that little angry monkey will be exactly what the doctor ordered for Kappatilism.
Yeah, it looks like they've just kind of lost his spirit. MI6, they don't have the people, the manpower to be able to bring this back, nor do they have anyone to touch it. So we're going to be seeing Kappatilism taking the lead when it comes to isolating up these, of splitting them off, catching them off surprise, and there is no way you can really counter against this. The Bastion is just set up.
Alright, he's already on the left side of this hotel, or at least trying to get on the left side. They kind of run back through. Fifi early to fall. Swifters will fall next. Alright, back to the drawing board.
Yeah, that doesn't help you. It's more of the fact that Fifi died so early, so then you lose that. But now they're pretty much drugging themselves, as it seems they want to run with
Well-
Andrew on the main tick as a Sigma, and yet they're immediately leaving. Sure, they lost a couple people, and that Bastion is a dominant presence, but they do have room to recontest.
Yeah, so Capitalism lost Kenobi early on in that fight, so that is a huge reason why they backed off. That's their main force of healing, and they lose the flex early on into this fight. Is AC 130 gonna work? It is. It looks like Capitalism on their second push will be able to get this point.
Need to kind of put into it because they have to worry about the front line brawling into them. They don't even see but Roy falls, and that's gonna cost them a lot.
Roy falls, and that's what I was wondering is they invested both Greek and Yosemite into that fight, into that Bastion. Fifi just lands a mech on Yosemite's head. That's gonna mean you can't get your sound barrier out, but I think Capitalism are gonna have this stop. Roy is running away, trying to heal what they can. It looks like Roy might be the only member of his team to get out of this fight alive. He's got another tank though. They might not expect that, especially this time it's going to be through the Ant Matrix. Greek will get Swifters early. That can be the huge first pick you need. Never mind. Roy just says, I'm a tank. I do tank things. Like, destroy your entire team. Capitalism will get a kill to...
Like, they're relying on that Blizzard to win, and that's what they're looking to do.
Blizzard comes out. We will probably see Roy use the Deadeye at some point too. He's sitting there with the amplification matrix, but it might not be too needed. The Flex is the only one who tries to use his own Deadeye to get something done. And with Slick last alive, Jackson gets on. Shatter gets killed out of.
Especially if you use them properly.
And Matrix in front of this May wall, so the rest of the team has to come around, but with Jackson hitting a Shatter, doesn't hit too many people. Roy's Deadeye just shreds through Capitalism, and now you've got a minute 30 to cap this first point, let alone finish the rest of the map. And Greek is gonna get D-Mech at the advantage of at least a 6-on-4. Swifters is gonna get a huge Blizzard out that freezes too, and that's the end of King's Row.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be the end of King's Row. Deflex is able to get a 2K while Yosemite is there to kind of stall it out. There's nothing that you can do. And at MI6, very dominantly, are going to be evening this game up back into a 1-to-1 scenario.
Or Kenobi come out on a Mercy to help Slick out. So that is a very interesting decision. Wooly gets hit by the pulse bomb. We mentioned kind of having to wait till that immortality field was out, but it seems like it wasn't even on Monarch's mind. The pulse bomb is other support. And I think Capitalism are going to push through this. They lose the Flex. They'll likely lose Slick. Well, no, they won't. Swifters, right after using that Visor, will go down the Slick. And Capitalism will kind of take this point as everything else is staggering in. That works very well. Andrew a little bit alone, caught out, knocked up and dead. And Greek, that bomb, even though it only kills one, is still going to be huge. There's no more turret to take down Slick. It's up to Swifters using that tac visor to do it. And that immortality field went away as well, as Greek gets knocked out of mech.
Roy kind of threw. Guy was looking for melee kills the entire time of that fight, when I think he could have gotten a pick or helped out, but this is still in their favor. They have respawned and they're forming as a team to be able to win this out, so there's really nothing that Capitalism could do besides from being a little frustrated that they couldn't end this out a bit faster.
Volcanor all over the cart is exactly what the doctor ordered. Greek will take down Monarch's immortality field, and the minefield will do some damage as well. But it will be very difficult for Capitalism to kind of touch this for a little bit with the Molten Core on it. They will finally get that touch. They will finally get Fifi off the point, and Roy's gonna sacrifice as well.
They'll just be walking into you the entire time.
And speaking of walking into them, Andrew just walking into the entirety of Capitalism with that hammer. You got that May Reinhardt combo, but Slick gets a 3K with the Dragons before going down. And this is still a fight. Especially the flexes come out immediately, and Mines forced the high ground away. This blizzard from Swifters gotta be huge, and it does pretty well of zoning everyone off, but doesn't convert to anything. And that's what you needed, and it doesn't stop them from pushing, from getting on the cart in overtime. Beefy's bomb just hits the mech.
And they're just looking to brawl. Kappatilism having an opportunity. I don't know what's coming out of MI6, but they're not really able to kind of securely clean this. And it's given Slick room to just come back on a Doomfist, and this may be in their favor. Even if the respawns are helping out the side of MI6, they don't really have much to kind of finish this out.
And a Doomfist unable to get any picks, finally gets the flex. Well, yeah, Swifter's Doomfist finally gets the flex down. This is still anybody's point. This could still go all the way or still be held here. Andrew able to get a lot of damage done. Wrecking Ball versus Wrecking Ball right now. And the rest of the Wrecking Ball's team for MI6.
Only 2 people on their team who can kind of defend them, and there's really only one that matters.
Alright, Fifi eats the flex bomb again, and Swifter's bomb hits a target. It is Kenobi, who did not have that Transcendence up because he used it in the last fight. Wooly will sound barrier. That is both ultimates from the side of MI6, but that might be exactly what you need. As JRG goes down before the rally comes up and Greek's out of mech. So we will see the cap come through from MI6.
Oh, that hurts. That was 100% possibly winnable. Jackson did have the mind win condition. Sure, they're going to be coming back really fast, but now they have 5 ultimates. What are you going to do against that?
Alright, Jackson's back, but it's too late. The Flex and Slick, your DPS for Kappatilism are both gone. Greek's bomb has got to be huge, and it hits nobody. It does kind of move Roy out of the way, and he uses his Deadeye straight into Jackson's shield. So, kind of okay, but you don't win the rest of this fight.
Look, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how to cast this game. They're running out with so many ideas and strategies what they want to do with it. They are just trying to stall this out as much as possible, but they're ending up giving Andrew more ult charge than they really need to. I don't think there's a sizable win in this, but the payload's in a nice, comfortable spot where I feel that not coming out of MI6 to be able to win this.
Rally comes out. The rest of that wall not really going to be able to block anyone off. It does block JRG off for a bit, and Fifi eats another one of the Flex's pulse bomb. Greek trying to carry his team with that Diva bomb. Frozen up though. I don't know how long this fight will last. I don't think Kappatilism can hold it on. Although they're doing what they can, the Shatter outright kills the Flex. Fifi has the bomb getting low. That bomb finishes the fight.
MI6 being able to bring it out just barely at the end. The Diva Bomb is what saved them.
Oh my gosh, the Flex. He got the Immortality Field out from from Monarch. And we see both support ults coming online. Kenobi is likely going to use this Transcendence kind of to push in at some point. JRG will use the Rally to push in primarily. And Greek is so low and getting no healing out of mech. Swifters goes down to the Wrecking Ball, which is a very interesting kill, I am sure. As Fifi will not be able to remech from that bomb. We are down to 30 seconds and it is all over the place, this fight.
It's really just the usage of their easily, and this Summer basically counters the entire strategy.
Alright, Roy gets the MP off on to only the Wrecking Ball, so that self-destruct will just take down the Mercy. They might outright cap here. That is everyone dead except for Roy.
Yeah,
Barrett comes back out with 97%. Slick just needs to get a kill onto a few people, and that's
a lot of poke, but now they're moving in with that nano. That's a big advantage on their side.
And that will be the advantage they need, it seems. Swifter is able to take down the Flex with the distraction that the Winston caused. As Monarch winning out in some supportal combat in the meanwhile. And while Kenobi's Ant Matrix will help stall out a bit longer, it's just that at this point. It is just stall. Which was almost completely stopped. Bully is out of position again. The Flex will be the first to fall, though, getting flashbanged and then shot. Greek now trying to do what they can on that Diva. Just going back and back. I'm this entire fight, I'm looking at the time bank, though. It is 13 seconds. They will not finish this capture with percentage if they finish it at all. The Flex gets just a pulse bomb on the Roy. And Andrew's backing up. You can't afford to back up. Has to charge just a touch and goes down when he's hit with that Discord orb. We get another duplicate onto the Diva. And it's Jess Swifters here. Jess Swifters and Roy. Bully's kind of here, but he's not going to be long after that bomb. Beefy able to take down Greek. This fight is back and forth, but you have to wonder if it's in the back of MI6's mind that they've lost this map already.
Well, there's just not much you can do, especially on a 2CP scenario. They have so many people on the point. Even with that shatter, Andrew's stuck within the mine, and that's going to cost them a lot. Unfortunately, MI6 not being able to end this out. They're going to be going over to a map 5, just doing their best as Cap.
Alright, well, the other thing they'll do is cause a bit of a pincer. That EMP does come out. It gets 5, and Jackson dead instantly off of it. And Swifters will just roll right in and finish everyone else off.
Yeah, it looks like the Flex is not going to be able to survive, and the rest of Kappatilism just trying to stall out. The EMP was more than enough.
Now's the time to win this fight if you're Kappatilism. Both bombs come out. Greeks is the only one that connects with anyone. We've got a Primal Winston just inside this building. That is not where you want to be against him. Kenobi's Coalescence also doing quite a bit of work in the back line, and Kappatilism will take this point right back. Well, not right back. There's P into this fight.
Yeah, it's not really going to help them out, but that pick onto Monarch is going to give them an advantage when it comes to coming back, because Andrew's gone. You're not getting enough healing, so Kappatilism basically wins that fight without a care in the world, but that EMP is still invested.
And that's an EMP plus a Death Blossom, and that one fight that you just mentioned is now gone. It's a team kill. Slick is the only one alive. Will have to touch point. Now has to also contest with Swifters, and I don't think anyone touches now.
Yeah,
You're now letting that, and you're not letting anyone who spawns on the side of MI6 come in behind you. So while you get these kills, these people you're killing are just going to come right back from behind you. That tire is going to get Kenobi, just searching around seeing if it can get more. But again, here's Swifters coming from the back line. Again, Roy now as well. And while Slick will get the post-mortem onto his fellow Junkrat, it looks like, yeah, Jackson, the only one left alive.
If they want a chance to be able to win.
78%. Roy gets Slick early, and there's the Gravitic Flux. It'll be countered out by the Immortality Field, but the Shatter then has nothing to stop it. And that's a 1-6. They're running at spawn to stop them from getting back to the point in time.
And there's no reason you really don't, just because look at that, the ball comes back, the boop's a little late, but they have a Bastion there. They were already prepared to start killing people, and unfortunately it doesn't be looking like Kappatilism will be ending this in a win, as MI6 finishes it off with a...